The 24 best, yes, even if you've got your phones, get them onto flashlight mode. Whatever sort of lighting you have got, get them out, wave them about. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an amazing weekend. And as we roll into turn number 4, Karratha, how about it for your Brent Johnson Memorial 24? To hit the Nickol Bay Speedway, the 2023 Brent Johnson Memorial is underway. Three drivers already tried to break away, make that 4 as Donnie Davis has dispersed from Paul Briggs. But it's the old three throws that we usually see out in front. Oldfield, Hayden Norman and Damon Lyle, but they've been joined by the new kid on the block, Donnie Davis, who runs in 4th place. Ben Norman already moving his way onto the inside for P number 5 on Paul Briggs as they're side by side for 3rd. Donnie Davis to the inside of the former West Australian champion. Davis making the moves early, but this is where the life gets a little bit harder. Davis now racing with drivers near on twice his age and have had many laps all across the country, showing Davis how it's done at the top side. Definitely has been very impressive at the moment as one car was up on 2 wheels, but it was the rear end that was up in the air. That was, I dare say, Matt Hammond in car number 9, as there's an absolute fluxu of cars right behind him, including Jack McCauley. And right out of that, Paul Joss, who's had a great start. The first of our retirees, though, will be Matt Lowe in car number 23. So the first of the drivers to withdraw will be out of Derby. But currently, after 4 laps completed, Oldfield, Norman, Damon Lyle and Donnie Davis have separated themselves quite evenly from 1st through to 4th. It's really close from 5th, 6th and 7th at the moment as Paul Briggs, Ben Norman and Jake Hoth will work their way on fighting through. Another driver who's also moved up big time has been Jack Barnwell. The Kalgoorlie ex-West Australian champion is very quickly coming 88 of Peter Dowie, who withdraws. So down to 22 cars. We continue to watch this battle further back in the field as you watch them go from P1 to P20 as we'll have our first yellow light, and it is the 31 of Cody Avens in Western Australia. Oldfield, Norman and Lyle to bring us back to green. You feel a sense of pride watching some of the best in the business come and race at your home track, and we've been delighted here at Nickol Bay Speedway to see 3 that not just West Australia but Australia has to offer, and probably one of the brightest newcomers trying to chase on Donnie Davis right behind Lyle as he'll try against 5 drivers has been Jake Hoth, and it looks like Hoth is actually starting to fall backwards. Hoth is under attack from Jack Barnwell, who continues to lay Morse code on the back bumper of the West Australian champion, and Ethan Genev will join them. Meanwhile, back out in front, how did we forget about this? Donnie Davis is on a charge, and he's now up to 2nd place. A phenomenal drive from Davis, and he's now getting ready to attack car number 0 as the next of our retirees has been Hayden Norman. We will have a new Brent Johnson Memorial champion. And after 15 laps, we're halfway completed. Oldfield is in the box seat by 2.2 seconds. But he's got the young phenomenon right behind him of Donnie Davis. It's on for Ernest now, all of a sudden for 4th place between Briggs, Roberts and Ben Norman. Norman has been spat out. He will stay in 6th place at the present stage. It's Shay Roberts making the move. Roberts now onto the inside of Briggs. He takes over 4th place from the driver out of the 6.225 as now Davis is out. Oh, rotten luck for Donnie Davis. He now withdraws from it. So now this battle between Roberts, Briggs and Jake Hoth all of a sudden has come for the last spot on the podium. Oldfield's gone. He leads by 4.4 seconds over Damon Lyle. It's between Roberts, Briggs, Norman, Hoth, Barnwell and Genev. All these drivers run from 3rd to 8th place. 5 of them going for it as Norman's on the outside of Jake Hoth. They're fighting it out for 5th place. To the inside now comes Barnwell. He's on the West Australian from Paul Briggs, who has to settle for 4th place ahead of Norman. The current Australian number 2, another driver who finds his best as Roberts is now out. Shay Robertson next to retire. He had a flat left rear tyre. I was about to say Norman seems to find his way right at the front place, and the same again with Hoth. These last stages is when he's showing his best. Tonight it sounds a little bit off for your West Australian champion. We've got 22 laps completed, 8 remaining in your Brett Johnson Memorial. Oldfield, Lila's, 1 car's gone wide. That's Paul Briggs. He's now got Lenny Bates and Stevie O'Down side by side. They're battling for position at the moment. For them, it's a long way back. In fact, they're in the early teens, as you guessed it. This time by the white flag is set for Jamie Oldfield. Everything. And when you mean everything, absolutely everything, it comes to Blue Ribbon Racing. This man has won, not the Brett Johnson Memorial. We have been graced with his presence for the last 2 seasons. Last year it came down to the last 5 laps. It got taken away from him. Tonight, he puts the Brett Johnson on his resume. Your winner for 2023 is Jamie Oldfield. And it's time to show your appreciation, Karratha, to your winner of this season's Brett Johnson Memorial. If you haven't left, again, toot your horns, shine your lights for your 2020 Karratha Machinery Hire and True Fleet Brett Johnson Memorial winner, Jamie Oldfield.